Today we will discuss the nutrition in human beings. As our body cells cannot use the food in the form it is eaten by us, it is converted into a simpler form inside the body. This conversion into a simpler form that is absorbable is called digestion. The part of the body that are involved in digestion are all together called alimentary canal. Alimentary canal is a long, muscular and coiled tube that consists of various parts. So now we have to see that what are the parts, like it is mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus are the parts of the human digestive system. So you can see that here I have depicted some picture here. You can see the first one is oral cavity. Down the oral cavity there is a pharynx, and downward the pharynx there is an esophagus. Esophagus is just a link, and here you can see the stomach, and you have to learn these by heart. So now we will see that what are the functions that these parts can perform. Just like buccal cavity or the oral cavity, that also called as mouth, that is involved in ingestion and mastication of food particles. And next one is the pharynx, that just involved in the swallowing of food particles. And there is an esophagus that links pharynx to stomach. In the stomach the food is stored, and there is a digestion of protein when it releases some enzyme or some acid like HCl. Now next is the small intestine. These are the parts of the small intestine, like duodenum, ileum or the jejunum. The duodenum, in the duodenum digestion there is some digestion and some absorption. In the ileum, completion of digestion and absorption of food. And the next portions are of large intestine. These are colon, rectum and anus. Colon, in colon there is just absorption of water in the food, that are you have to absorb the water from your food. And next one portion is the rectum, the formation and the storage of feces, like the waste material that is just undigested from the food particles is called feces. And next one is the anus, that is involved in the function as egestion, that get rid of the waste particles that we don't need. And next are some glands involved in this system. There are salivary glands. They just lubricate the food and partially digest the food through enzymes. And next one is the gastric glands. These gastric juice are secreted by these glands, which lubricate the food too. Next one is the liver, that emulsify the fats. And next one is pancreas, that digestion of starch and proteins and fats, like whatever food you are taking in the form of carbs, that are carbohydrates, that is also known as starch, proteins or fats, you can digest it in the pancreas. So that is the whole digestion system. So you have to learn this by heart, these parts and their functions as well, and you have to draw the diagram as well. It can be a diagram of the nutrition in human beings, or it can be asked as or the digestive system of the human beings. So we will see a summary here. The alimentary canal along with the associative glands is called digestive system. So here we see the summary of the digestive system, in which the first step is ingestion, in which the food is taken in as big or small particles through the mouth. Here saliva breaks down the food while it is being chewed by our teeth. The food then goes down towards the esophagus. And the next point is the digestion. Digestion involves the breaking down of food into smaller particles. During this process, complex food molecules are broken down into simpler molecules so that they can be absorbed by the body. The major part of the digestion takes place in the stomach and in the small intestine. In these two organs, the food particles are acted upon by organic molecules called enzyme. And the next portion is the absorption, that is the soluble digested food is taken into the tissues by absorption. This process takes place inside the small intestine, from where the soluble food enters the bloodstream and is carried into the tissues after that. Small intestine has finger-like projections called villi. that help in absorption of water takes place in the large intestine. And the next one is assimilation. In this process, the food which is in its simplest form and has been absorbed in is oxidized to release energy. This energy is required for various functions of our body. And the last one is digestion. Removal of undigested food or waste matter from the body is called digestion. This process takes place through the anus. So that's how the process is repeating. So next one is the major points. Like you have some interesting facts, you have to read them by yourself. You have to just memorize. Just like stomach of an adult human can hold approximately 1.5 liters of material, so you have to memorize that how much of material can a stomach hold. So it is 1.5. As such, the liver is the largest and heaviest internal organ of the human body, and it weighs about 1.6 kg. So liver is about 1.6 kg. Just like that, more than 400 distinct species of bacteria live in our colon. In our colon, that is the part of our body, there are 400 species of bacteria that are living there. So an adult male having a weight of 150 pounds can eat about 50 tons of food during his lifetime. So if a man with 150 pounds, he can eat 50 tons of food during his lifetime. So there are different many examples more, like a healthy liver processes about 720 liters of blood per day. A human stomach contains about 35 million small digestive glands. So you have to memorize these points. Just the last one is like a human stomach produces about 2.5 liters of gastric juice every day. So you have to memorize these points, and here is an activity for you. So you have to do this activity by yourself with the concept you are provided with. So thank you.